60 years ago. Not anymore. Okay.
You're in the office, Rico?
Yes, I'm at the RPA office today.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Now YouTube Live is coming. I will send you by chat. Chat. Okay, Eiji-san, I sent you the link. Okay.
Thank you very much. I've got the YouTube link.
Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So how's the weather in the UK, Eriko-san? Rainy?
It really looks like UK today.
Typical UK weather means gloomy.
Typical UK weather, cloudy, a bit of shower.
It's the same here. So rainy season. This rainy season is a little bit unusual. Normally that mid of July, the rainy season is gone. But even today, that rainy season still continues going on.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Another 3 minutes to go.
How many attendees do you think you will have here?
Maybe, yes, 30 something. So yeah, because of the bank holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's good because in the future, I think I would suggest RICOH to have more webinars. So this is the kind of your training session. So when you launch really this product or some other additional new product, so you can do it again and again. It's good. And in this morning, I was a little bit surprised. John Harman, he speaks German.
Yes.
Yeah, because
he worked in Germany before.
Yeah, in Düsseldorf, 5 years. Yeah, it's amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
We communicated in German, some words. Yeah.
And he plays music. He's a trumpet player, so we talk about that. We exchange songs and music.
Oh, really? And I think he also speaks Spanish as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very well.
He's married to a Colombian.
That's why. Originally, he's from Iran.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland.
Ireland?
Ireland.
Iran.
Ireland.
No,
Ireland.
Okay.
No, Tehran. Ireland. Dublin.
Ireland. Really?
Dublin.
Okay. Good. Good. Mr. Guinness.
Yeah.
So just let me check which is the majority of the audience, Japanese or non-Japanese. Now 35. 35. It's a bit like a 50-50. Many Japanese name, but at the same time also many non-Japanese. It's increasing now. 38. It's a last minute participation. Okay, Eriko-san, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So it's now 5 o'clock in Japan. So in Central Europe, maybe 10 o'clock, and UK 9 o'clock. Good morning to European people. And konbanwa, konnichiwa, Ono desu. So this is mainly targeting European market. So Eriko-san, Eriko Yano-san, or should I say Princess Yano, will speak in English. So please allow me to speak also in English. So today RICOH is going to present about the business opportunity and the Corona situation, in particular that they are now promoting DMF, Digital Micro Factory. So I think it was the not a new concept, digital, maybe digital textile micro factory, that everything in small roof, in one room, printer or even a pre-treatment and printer and fixing and cutting and sewing and checking and go. So, but RICOH is going to apply this concept not just only for the textile, but also for wide variety of industrial sectors. So now may I ask you, Princess Yano, Eriko-san, to start with presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ono-san, for great introduction. My name is Eriko Yano, working for Dominic. He's here today in global marketing team for industry printing from RICOH. So today we'd like to talk about business transformation in the textile industry, as Ono-san introduced. And before moving into my presentation, Dominic, could you make your explanation about our direction, please?
Yes, thank you, Eriko, Princess Eriko, or Empress Eriko. Hi, Ono-san. This must be maybe webinar number 9 or so in the long series.
Yeah.
We're running a long marathon.
Yeah, long marathon.
Thanks for your initiatives anyway, and thanks for supporting us on this. So let me take the opportunity to position a little bit what we have in mind with Digital Microfactory for Textile, because it's a part of a bigger story. As you know, most probably already many years, RICOH is working around the 3 Ps, which is prosperity, quality of life of people, and our planet condition. More recently, these 3 Ps have been, let's say, translated in and connected to the UN Social Development Goals. And moreover, within RICOH, it has been translated or broken down in objectives for all the divisions. So it's really practice. It's not high level, it's practical. And as an example, in industrial print, the division that we are having in scope here today, related to economic growth and innovation, we really want to help transform the existing value chain with our solutions. To enhance quality of life of people, we are focusing on providing safe and secure, let's say, answers to primary needs like clothing, food, and housing. And related to planet condition improvement, we really have in mind or in scope specifically for Digital Microfactory Textile to reduce water consumption and inventory waste. Maybe go to the next slide. The question here is, of course, what is the impact of COVID-19? And we think that COVID-19 is accelerating trends that were already slumbering before, and showing some real, let's say, emphasized and accelerated observations, like staying home really pushes e-commerce. That is very important for how retail in future will develop. And a second thing that I wanted to pick out here is we also learned and experienced the vulnerability of our global supply chains. So the long distance offshore model is pretty risky, and it's locking in a lot of money because of working capital, but also of losses. Maybe next slide, maybe. So the real trend underlying, I think, is the move from market push to market pull. I will come back in the next slide on that. But the market pull, in addition to the customer request or requirement for more individualization, shorter lead times, cost efficiency, more variety, that leads to something we need as a solution that can be cost competitive and minimal in inventory and maybe reshoring. So if you have a little bit more a deep dive in that, maybe go to the next slide, first half. Yeah, next one. Yeah. So here, what we see here is the old school market push model. So if you observe that type of model, what you see is big marketing teams that try to understand and grasp the customer requirements, try to translate that in new products and big R&D programs, and then try to push it through a supply chain of many factories that are all big and then at the end come to a customer who changes mind. So, or we didn't understand very well. So this is a suboptimal type of environment that is consuming a lot of working capital, consuming a lot of waste, long supply chains, most probably impacting the environment. Most probably in this type of environment, we should be concerned about labor and business ethics. So it's the old school. If we move to the new school, this is a different world. This is a world where there is a direct connect between the end customer and the whole value chain. So it's not about guessing or trying to understand the customer requirements. It is the customer who defines himself his requirements. Now, this world is of course meaningless or completely unrealistic if the cost would not be competitive. So, and the way to get the cost competitive is by drastic process automation, looking to the end-to-end. So this is a network of many small companies, small factories, where the capacity and the capability is not defined by the individual players, but by the network itself. It's of course adding value on and connected to e-commerce. In that whole network, quality has to be consistent, and the impact on environment should be and can be a lot lower than in the current old school type of landscape. So the landscape that you see here is what we call a decentralized manufacturing landscape that is differentiating very close to the end customer, and in that sense can be very efficient and will be reshored over time on the condition it's cost efficient. And it will solve a lot of problems of, let's say, avoiding this rupture of global supply chains and all that. We call it digital microfactory concept or decentralized manufacturing. Digital for process automation, for data flow. The data are traveling a lot more than the goods here, which is good. Digital because of e-commerce connection, about network connectivity. It's micro, not because of it's a micro scale type of environment, but it's a network of smaller scale operations. And it's a factory because at the end, it's an industrial environment. So the thing is that RICOH is having a roadmap of deploying the digital microfactory concept in more applications than textile only. Textile is like the first thing we do, but you can imagine that similar concepts can be applied on decoration or flooring or wallpaper or packaging, whatever. So of course we don't do this alone, because the disadvantage of this type of landscape, it's pretty complex. So we decided to make it an open environment where partners, experts in their fields are working together. So this is just a brief introduction. I hope I was not too long on that in my 5 minutes. And I want to pass the ball now again to RICOH to take a deep dive in the textile, apparel textile digital microfactory.
As a first step, as you said.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Eriko,
Thank
please.
you, Dominic. Yeah. So under this RICOH's direction, one of our most important target market is textile, as Dominic said. So from now, I will move on to the main part of our today's webinar.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me start with the dynamics or issues in apparel industry. So the dynamics you see here, as Dominic said, it is happening in the world and especially in textile industry. And let me add one example for waste of inventory. So in Japanese apparel market, I heard that 1 billion products is consumed every year, while 2 billion products is produced every year. So which means it's huge. And so the rest 1 billion products could be shifted to next year, or could be recycled, or could be disposed.
Just throw away. Wow.
Yeah. So because we need to reduce production cost by mass production, or maybe it's too difficult to predict which product will be sold well in this trend change situation.
That's huge number.
So, so in this situation, for each player in industry, so consumer, brand owner, and producer, what do they require? So for consumer, yes, they shift to online shopping ever more, but the sizing is still a big barrier for shopping apparel products online. And honestly speaking, I didn't shop any apparel product via online during this lockdown.
Not yet.
Because I still want to try it on before purchasing, even if I can return it later. And consumer, especially younger generation, like millennials or Generation Z, they require ethical or eco-friendly product and the transparency of information. So to react to this requirement from consumer, for brand owner, short turnaround time and a flexible portfolio is required. And for producer, no inventory and on-demand delivery are required. And it's also necessary for them to react unexpected environmental change like we have this time. So I can say again that COVID-19 is pushing this dynamics. So to react these changes, what kind of solution do we need? So direct to consumer and integrated value chain will be the key solution for brand owner. And made to order flexible production or reshoring and nearshoring will be the key solution for producer. So today we would like to make a proposal to producer and a producer who has their own brand or e-commerce shop to make new business value chain. Okay, so let me add just more specific issue in producer. So there's the issue that we heard from our t-shirt printer customer, because we sell t-shirt printers, you know. So for example, how can I differentiate from our competitor in t-shirt printing business? or I have my own EC shop, but how can I attract consumers and increase product price? Or how can I make a new product proposal to brand owner? Okay. So to contribute to solve this issue, RICOH will introduce our digital microfactory solution for textile industry. So which includes end-to-end solution and hardware, of course printer, but also cutting machine, and standards to make a new business model.
Okay.
So what is our solution? So we have three key concepts here: e-commerce to apparel production, production workflow for apparel, and open platform. So for process point of view, we will cover starting from design. We will provide design software from Gemini. And after designing, you can publish your product onto e-commerce shop via our plugin software. And after consumer place order, our system receive orders from e-commerce shop and make a job planning and nesting and color management with our color gate lip system before printing. And printing, we will introduce a new textile printer here, but also we would like to connect with non-RICOH printer. So if you have your own printer already, you can connect it with our system.
Oh, it works. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's why we say open platform
Open.
is one of our key concepts.
Okay.
And after printing, inspection with our color gate system again, and cutting. So here we would like to connect with a cutting machine openly via Gemini software. And then finally sewing. So that's the process.
Okay.
Okay, so let me talk about 5 key values of our solution. So additional value on e-commerce, process efficiency, eco-friendly, and quality consistency. So here we will provide our ColorGate lip. Yeah, ColorGate is one of our group company.
Yeah.
And we can support to achieve color consistency in printing. And the final one is end-to-end workflow. So we will integrate softwares to connect from design to shipping.
Okay.
So today we like to give a bit more information about these first 3 values.
Okay.
The first one is additional value on e-commerce.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the view of the design software for professional designer in brand owner or producer. So you can create your own design, for example, dress, and you can check it how it looks like in 3D simulation model. And after finishing design, you can publish your product directly to your e-commerce shop via our plugin software, which can work with Shopify or Magento, for example. Okay, now let's see how it looks like from consumer point of view. So this is a brand owner's e-commerce site, and the consumer, she can pick up this dress and check size. So if she puts her own size, our system can make a recommendation of sizes. And after she chooses the design and the sizes, she can also change artwork if she wants.
Oh, yeah.
And check on the 3D model again. So not in this video, but it is also possible to change the part size, like length of skirt or styling as well. And she places order and proceeds with checkout.
Oh, Eriko-san, with this software user interface, can we customize the size of the clothes one by one, or is there a kind of standard L or M or S? So
So it depends on the brand owner's preference setting. So how can I say so? So brand owner can set of course SML normal size setting, but also brand owner prefix the limitation where consumer can change the size. So only the length, for example. Based on the SML size.
Okay. Yeah, because my problem is basically my size is between M and L, but certain part of my waist is double L or something. So I need some special size. It's okay.
So once it's available, please try it on e-commerce shop.
Good.
Okay, so this page now producers done after receiving order from e-commerce shop. So our system will collect jobs from e-commerce shop and make a grouping of orders based on the fabric type or priority, and then place garments parts on the fabric. We call nesting, as you see here. And we provide high efficiency of nesting with our Gemini software. Okay, so now I'll pass to my colleague Tomo. Could you explain about our eco-friendly printer?
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining RICOH webinar today again. Let us introduce RICOH digital textile printer with RICOH genuine water-based pigment ink. For the digital microfactory textile printer, we have got following points. So one is attractive price range for entry customers, compact design that has 1.8 meter width, 4 meter by 2 meter footprint. It's quite small, and sticky belt transfer system for fabric. It's a belt type of the textile printer, and pre-dryer, full fixation dryer as optional items. 100 square meter per hour or more, high productivity print speed. So equipped RICOH robust MH5320 heads.
Gen 6, so-called Gen 6.
It is market name is Gen 6 as famous brand in the market. For the inks using RICOH genuine water-based pigment ink that has brilliant 8 colors, which has CMYK, orange, green, light black, and red.
No, you have spot colors.
So yeah, in total 8 colors.
Okay.
Yeah, and strong washing fastness, soft texture. That we have unique sales point in this printer. So thank you very much for your attention. So let me return the slide to my colleague Eriko.
So thank you very much, Tomo-san. So let me move in summary. So how does business model change with our solution? So as I said before, DTG producer has issue like how to increase job or how to increase unit price. So with our digital microfactory solution, you can make a proposal to brand owner to expand the product lineup or to add sizing or customization function on e-commerce shop. And you can change your product portfolio more flexibly. And additionally, if you have your own brand, you can add this value on your own brand and expand your brand with minimum risk. So this is just one example with DTG producer, but we would like to work with, for example, dye sublimation printer user or cutting or sewing factory as well. Okay, so this is the schedule for our solution. So today we are here at GIVM. Thank you, Ono-san. And we will launch our solution at virtual exhibition in October. In the meantime, we will start a demonstration at our site or make a virtual demonstration. And we will also start a field evaluation with start with workflow first. And after that, we will have a beta trial with our beta customer. With a total solution, including workflow, RICOH printer, and cutting machine. So after these trials, based on the feedback, we will upgrade our solution, and then we will start delivery in next March.
Okay.
So if you're interested in our solution or demonstration, please feel free to contact us.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eriko-san. Tomo-san and Arnold.
Thank you very much, Ono-san.
For your presentation. It's great. I would suggest, dear audience, if you have any question or comments, please use the Q&A button to write down your question or comments at any time, and either in English or Japanese or whatever language, maybe some Flemish, maybe Dominic can answer, or German, I will try. Good. Okay, I have some general questions before I will pick up your question, comments from audience. Okay, Eriko-san, you said that this is the open system. So, but RICOH is offering aqueous-based ink with a pigment, right? So
yes.
Today, a lot of people are printing with a dye sublimation. So there exists already some printing company and or even a small factory printing and sewing they are doing with paper transfer dye sublimation. Okay, and if those companies are interested in your concept, do you think it's possible just to offer the other than your printer, offer the system, user interface and color management, blah, blah, blah. So, but they might be a little bit conservative to use the pigment ink. So, okay, we will consider later, but I want to start with my existing printer with a dye sublimation. Is it possible for you to offer without printer?
Yes, thank you very much for question. Yeah, the answer is yes. Yeah, so we can connect with non-RICOH printers. So yes, so producer can start digital microfactory only with our solution with their own printer.
Okay, and also I think there exists already certain an order and get their product, and they have their own interface, I believe. Yeah, as long as they use the internet. Do you think that you can also customize or help the customer or potential customer to adapt your system to integrate into their existing system. Would it be possible?
Sorry, my connection is a little bit bad, and I didn't catch your first part of your question.
Okay. Maybe in Japanese, すでに e コマースでこういうことをやってる人たちって自分のインターフェース持ってますよね。それにリコーさんのシステムのいいとこ取りだけをしたいっていうときには、いいとこ取りだけをするための、なんかそういうカスタマイズってお手伝いしたりするんですかっていうことですね。例えばカラーマネジメントだけ欲しいよみたいな人だとか。
Okay. So, yeah, so the key part to connect with the printer is our color gate software. So we would like producer to use our RIP software first. So I should say, yeah, we have key parts that we would like use to use our customer. Yeah, but for example, e-commerce, connecting with e-commerce shop. Yeah, of course, there are some customers have their own e-commerce system already. So we will integrate our system to the existing their system as much as possible.
Okay. So the answer is yes, you can be flexible to talk with the customer, and if they want to pick up the part, you will help as long as you can do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I will pick up a question from the audience. Okay, for RICOH textile printer, it is sometimes said that the water-based pigmenting is hard. How do you realize the soft texture? Normally, this is also my impression. Unlike dye stuff, pigment should be put onto the fabric with a kind of glue or binder. So normally that in the past, of course, binder is always improving. So in the past, there are some prejudice that binder makes the feeling a little bit hard or something. So I think this is a question of this person. How do you realize the soft texture? The secret of yours?
Could you answer, Tomo-san?
Let me answer from my side. It's also true. It's a comparison compared to the sublimation, like a soft texture as well as dyeing the fabric soft texture. It's like more softer than pigment. Pigment printed result. So it might be difficult to compare them, but comparison our previous inks of the pigment and the current ink of the pigment, it's going to be improved. So that is the answer, as well as the soft texture. If you really need more soft texture rather than current situation, then we need to use some softener. So, but this is depends on the customer what they want to achieve the soft texture.
Okay, good. I'm also familiar with the textile printing because in my former company I worked for, that I was involved in the textile printing for 20 years. And last 5 to 10 years, pigment is often told, and also the binder, the level of binder is much improved than very initial phase. So, binder is hard. So pigmented print is hard. It's already very old impression. Maybe the people in dye printing people, they often say that, okay, pigment, oh, it's hard. This is better. Dye is better. I think we have to reset this kind of idea, right?
Yeah, I think so. So when we made some of the sample at show or exhibition. So we asked the customer, what do you think about this textile? So of course, some of the professional, it's still hard, so it doesn't work. But some of the people, so it was surprise. So going to went improved a lot from the long time ago. So some market is works, some market is not work. So we need to find out the good position in the market.
Okay. Another question. Could you explain again and more detail on what Gemini software can do for who? That's he'd like to know a little bit more or even very deep information about the Gemini, how it works and for whom it was designed or something. My suggestion is, I think maybe later you can communicate directly with this person and yeah, provide the more detailed information rather than to discuss here. It's maybe a little bit complicated, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I'd like to contact him later. Thank you very much for your question.
Yeah. Okay, again, very fundamental question. Who is your target customer for this application? Who is your target customer means there are, in global sense, there are two types of customer, potential customer. One is existing textile industry. Its supply chain is already established. So mass produced, mass printed, and mass cutting and sewing delivered from maybe India, Bangladesh, or somewhere in Asia, or maybe Turkey for Europe, and sell it in mass volume, and the rest of the sales should be blah, blah, blah. And they understand they have to change. Are they your potential customer or your target, or some new players who knows internet very well, but not necessarily knows the supply chain of the conventional things, but they want to start start from now, or even just started. So I think the big difference between those two groups, one is the people already established, they have a factory, they have an idea, they have a designer, they have a shop, maybe less online shop, and they are still shifting from the real retail shop to the online. On the other hand, the second group is from the scratch. They think that they can sell it through the internet. It's a new wave or new peoples. So which do you think is more suitable for your application? Who is your target?
So yeah, we would like to start with the latter one, so digital people.
Okay, digital people. Okay.
Yeah, because we think the key to achieve the on-demand production value is change value chain. And so yeah, we guess conventional textile players have their own traditional supply chain they have.
Yeah.
So it may take some time to make a new value chain for them.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start with digital people.
From the new wave, maybe easy to start with. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Is there any question from the audience? Feel free to raise hand or write any question if you like. So I think another question for me. Okay, yeah, Dominic also said, and you also agreed that DTMF, digital textile micro factory, is as a first step. So what is your number two, the second step after this textile? Yeah, of course, first you have to make success with this application. So what is your next target? Is there any idea?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should say second, because maybe we will working on that at the same time, but I should say decoration market.
Decor.
Yeah, another target for us.
Mm-hmm. So decoration, yeah, a little bit more concrete. What do you mean by saying decoration, decor?
So for example, goods printing, for example,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like or wallpaper. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we already have some solution for wallpaper.
Right, right. Yeah, I was a little bit positively surprised that when I found RICOH's brand name on the Heim Textile last year, that as a wallpaper powered by RICOH, by as a booth, one of the biggest 4 major German wallpaper manufacturer, and I found RICOH powered by RICOH. Ah, well done. Congratulations. So that's already existing.
Yeah, if I may add to that, so we are working together with a leading company worldwide in Germany, like for wallpaper analog press.
Mm-hmm.
And we developed the solution to go digital, which is the print engine, the ink, the software. And now we are in beta phase at one of the major German printers, wallpaper printers.
Yeah.
And the next step is to add, let's say, the e-commerce platform to that, and to give some guidance how to really move from analog to digital in the market pool world, which is quite challenging for some customers.
Yeah, of course. That wallpaper market is very established. It is not always easy to change the mind of the people.
Yeah.
You already take the first step to do that. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Still, I'm waiting for additional question. Okay, from my side again. COVID. I'm staying home. I have been staying home for 3 months, and I have never took the train in last 3 months, or just one exception. So, do you think this situation is the follow wind to push forward this kind of application? Because actually, that all the concept, Dominic, you explained, or Yano-san explained, it's not quite new. When I was involved in textile printing business, I have been keep saying that, okay, on demand, or think about the waste of the leftover unsold goods, blah, 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 water pollution. But the world was too slow to move. And then I retired. Do you have a feeling that COVID situation is changing, or even helping this kind of application to go forward? What is your feeling now? Dominic, maybe you have
Should
an idea.
I comment on that, or RICOH can? Yeah, compared to 10 or 20 years ago, a lot of things changed. First of all, technology changed a lot. Do you remember the times of 20 years ago or 15 years ago? What computer processing capacity was, what sensor technology, inkjet head technology, technology.
Right.
So we think now is the time to come to real practical solutions that are cost efficient and quality okay and fast enough. And I think that is one major change. And the second major change is, let's say, the insight we all got since COVID, that is really pushing. People saw the disruption of supply chains. In Belgium, we were struggling to get the mouth masks in time. So the supply chain is not secure. It has to come back. And we have solutions now to make it cost competitive enough, quality-wise, okay. And the buying behavior is really changing, I believe. When I observe my children, they are almost 100% online guys. So we think this is more an opportunity than a threat. I think it's changing. Technology is ripe. And let's say we think that society is more ripe than before. So we see it as an opportunity. A lot of change will be there. Also in the retail, changes will be there in technology and how to approach the customer. But we see it as an opportunity because that's the business of the future. Also in other applications than textile only, like the wallpaper, like flooring, like interior decoration. It's an incredible opportunity. But it will change. It will impact the value chain and the supply chain rather severely, we think. And that will happen in the next coming maybe 5 years. A lot of change will be there.
Okay.
That's what we believe.
Yeah. This is also, now I'm start believing that, because for 20 years, I have been keep saying, but the world was so heavy enough not to move quickly. But now I have my own feeling that, as I said, I was locked down. It's self-lockdown at home for 3 months, and but I bought a lot of things. Other than food, for food, I will just go to the supermarket in my walking distance. But other than food, I buy almost everything by internet, so online shopping. So this is changing my behavior already. So I start believing that in the future. Good. Okay, it's good. Just a moment. Question is. Yeah. Okay. It's textile. Soft texture issues. Okay, now it's time to close. Again, it's Friday evening. I'd like to start some beer or something for relaxing.
Your whiskey bar.
Just a moment.
Oh.
It's a North Island. Okay. So, okay. Before closing this session, Eriko-san, would you like to say the last word?
Okay, so thank you very much for listening. So again, we believe that we can achieve some new things, and we'd like to make together with all players in industry. So please, let us communicate with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So feel free to send any email with any questions or comment or request of more detailed information to this email address. Oh, it's a very long one. JAC_RICOH_DMA. Oh, yeah. Maybe Rico can share the YouTube recording later, so you can check it again, or just take a screenshot of this here, this information here. Okay, thank you very much again for the audience, for the participation. It's a Friday, so you can also relax now, or you have already relaxed. Good. And thank you very much, RICOH people, Eriko-san and Dominic and Ikeda-san, for your great presentation. So keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ono-san. Thanks for your support. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.